Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Sim500 Friday Night League Lincoln Midnight Thunder Truck Series Race 10 of 11, the second to last race before we crown a champion. In the points battle is still between the top two, and it's going to be a close one between Chad Coleman, I do believe, and the 19 and Tyler Dalton. 18 points separate those two drivers, and I do not see Tyler Dalton in the session as of yet. That could change here soon, but it's looking like no Tyler Dalton tonight. We have 9 cars in the session right now, with 10 minutes left of practice. Currently, fastest car out there is Hamish Gallagher with a 26.866. The fastest lap seen tonight. And then Derek Myers is going to be third with a 27.062, and Coleman 27.061. So very close on lap times here. There we got the super flow machine, more like super spin, not quite able to save it into the outside wall, going to stop it on the track. EJ Rourke in the Trans Service number 41, currently 9th quickest. He's looking for a little bit more speed in that truck. We got Jerry West, 5th quick, rounding out the top 5 in practice times. Another Gatorade car going down into pit road. Derek Myers going to move up to 2nd quickest. A 27.019, just a bit faster than Coleman's quickest lap. Chris Sawyer, who was not here last week, he is back this week. He might be able to take second, or maybe not. He might not be able to take second in the points after all. But so far this season, we have not had a repeat winner, and we only have 2 races to go. If any night is the night to get finally get a repeat winner, I think it's tonight. As Chad Coleman is looking to lock up the championship tonight. No signs of Tyler Dalton yet. So this could be one for Coleman to get here, as we now have 12 drivers in the session. And apparently, iRacing really did mess up all of my settings, didn't they? Came home, got on iRacing, all of my sound settings are all different now, so I hope that muted it. I can't really see because of the overlays. So let me just go in here and double check super quickly. I don't want the radio chatter going off. Oh wait, it didn't. I thought it did. There we go. As now we are getting ready for qualifying. Let's see if we can talk with Chad Coleman here quick. Hey Chad, Sean up in the booth with VRN. You got a second? Alright, well currently you're leading the points heading into tonight at Phoenix, and so far no sign of Dalton. What are you going to try to do to maybe be able to lock up this championship a week early? Well, you have a pretty big buffer between you and the next car who is here in points, and you're 3rd quickest in practice. So how's the track feeling for that number 38 Toyota?
It's got a lot of grip, and it's a night track, so that's to be expected, but it'll should be a decent race. Small field, should go green.
Alright, Chad, we'll have a good run tonight. Good luck to you, and hopefully that 38 is celebrating championship after tonight, potentially.
Yep, thanks, man.
Six minutes left to see who else is here in the field. Steve Herron and the number 98 Ballsy. Is that Ballsy? I think it's Ballsy. Yeah, Ballsy Chevrolet. We got Chris Sawyer, Bobby Wetzel, John Hickman Jr. in the number 60. He's ran the most laps. He's ran 64 laps over the course of the hour of practice given to these drivers. And then Bentley Glasser coming up close in second in that number 18 car. There's the 09 Shea Dairyman. Currently 12th quickest in his number 09 Chevy. And hard into the wall goes Chris Sawyer there. Trying to find his name. Took me a second. That's not how you get to victory lane. Eric Myers. There's Hamish Gallagher. Currently has the fastest lap. His number 22 Big Machine Toyota. I almost said Toyota Camry for some reason. I guess someone who's out on track. Here we go. Higman looking to get a win here tonight. We'll see, maybe. Never know. Speaking of wins, all these drivers have scored a win so far this season. Chad Coleman, Tyler Dalton, Chris Sawyer, Daniel Falkingham, most recent winner, Brett Murphy, Zolan Herkzig, Donnie Leah, Adam Gilliland, and Scott Simley. 9 different winners looking for winner number 10. Could it be Derek Myers tonight or even Hamish Gallagher? We'll have to wait and see. We are going to have 95 laps of racing here tonight at Phoenix. Bobby Wetzel is going to take the 5th quickest lap there. The 27.189. Higman and Sawyer, 9th and 10th now. And here's Derek Stanley. Looking for some more time in his number 26 Toyota. Let's see what this lap's going to be. It hasn't ran very many laps, only 6. So let's see what he's got here as he comes out of turn 4. Gonna be slower than his current fastest, which is a 27.567. And here he comes down pit road. Only 3 other cars are out on the track, and it looks like it's about to be only 2. Steve Herring, John Higman. Just a quick little 360. Nothing too special. And ignore that. Act like it never happened. Higman is currently 34th in points. He's only ran 3 races. And this is going to be his 4th start of the season. Some late night racing going on here. Chad Coleman, Derek Myers have been fighting for this fastest lap for a while now. And it looks like that Coleman has it for now with a minute and a half left of practice. West going for a good lap here, trying to at least. Dairyman looking 0.3 faster this lap. But nope. Around goes Coleman there. Or is that Myers? No, that's Coleman. Derek Myers coming out for one last run here before the end of practice. Gary Sexton coming out now on his first few laps in his number 13 Camry, or Toyota Tundra. It's the second time I've almost said Camry now. Wow. Alright, qualifying is coming up here shortly. Got just a few more seconds left. Drivers trying to set just one more good lap. They're not going to be able to do it. 17 drivers are going to try to go for the pole position here tonight. But who's going to go out first and get it? Is it going to be Jerry West? No, it's going to be Chad Coleman going out first. And Bentley Glasser just beat him out. Coleman trying to get a little bit of heat in those rear tires, get a little bit more grip during his qualifying session. Each driver will have 2 laps to set a qualifying lap, or to set a qualifying time. Glasser starting his first lap here. Right at the top, just trying to get a little bit of tire wear in it. The 09 Menard Chevrolet going into 1 and 2, running the bottom. Just trying to get 2 good solid laps. A little loose there. Here comes Coleman completing his first time lap. So we had 27.1, followed by Bentley Glasser's 27.5, and now Gary Sexton 27.4, Dairyman 27.8, 27.2 for Jerry West. It's the fastest lap we've seen from that 86 Chevy all night. John Hickman Jr. gonna go 3rd quickest in his number 18 or number 60 Winn-Dixie Ford. He already lost a spot or 2. Coleman is a lot slower than his first lap, because he already finished his first lap. Never mind. There's Hamish Gallagher completing his first time lap. Looking good so far through 1 and 2. Hamish looking for the pole here. And it looks like he might have gotten it. Oh yeah. 26.883 for the driver of the 22. Very fast lap there. Can Derek Myers beat it? We saw him close to that 26 range. I think he did hit a 26.9 during practice. Let's see here. On his second lap, 26.984 on his first lap. He's instantly going to go second. Can he better it just by a wee little bit? Oh, he's in the wall. Not going to be able to better his lap. Brian Beach, last car out right now. As he starts his first lap. Number 92 Mountain Dew Chevrolet Baja Blast. And around goes the 92 hard into the outside wall. Not going to be able to get a better lap time. Here comes Christopher Spencer trying to, with a minute left to practice, set a lap here. Can he do it? Guess we'll see. Looks like 11 cars have qualified so far. Spencer being the 11th. Green flag is out for Spencer. His final time lap here at Phoenix. He has about 30 seconds to log it. Should have enough time to get it here. As long as he doesn't hit the wall, that is. There he goes into 3, all the way down to the yellow line, up to the wall. It's going to count 27.666 for Spencer. Moves him up to 10th quickest. Starting pretty much midfield. And that is the end of qualifying. Let's take a look at today's starting lineup. Tonight's starting lineup. Maybe? There we go. On your front row here tonight is Hamish Gallagher in the 22. Beside him is Derek Myers in the 23. Row number 2 on the inside is Chad Coleman, current points leader. Also looking to lock up that championship here tonight. Beside him is Bobby Wetzel in the 9. Row 4, we have Bentley Glasser in the number 18 Gatorade Chevrolet. And driving the number 60 Winn-Dixie Ford F-150 is John Higman Jr. Row 5, rounding out your top 10, is the 25 of Chris Sawyer and the number 6 of Christopher Spencer. Row 6 on the inside in the VRN number 09 Chevrolet is Shay Dairyman. Beside him is Thomas Lewandowski in the number 20, starting 12th. Starting 13th here tonight, driver the number 41 is EJ O'Rourke. Beside him is Derek Stanley in the 26. Row 8, we have Rich Jett in the number 36 car. Beside him in the 98 is Steve Herring. And then rounding out the field in the number 92, Mountain Dew Baja Blast, is Brian Beach, starting 17th. That is the entire lineup. All 17 cars have grid except for O'Rourke, Lewandowski, and Spencer. So we are getting ready for the green flag to drop here. Put your comments, put your picks in the chat now. Who do you think is going to get the win here tonight at Phoenix International Raceway? Will it be Hamish Gallagher or will it be on his outside the 23 of Derek Myers? He could get it done. You never know. We are rolling. It's going to be I think it's 2 laps of pacing for Phoenix here, so we have a little bit of time, I want to say. But it's going to be the 22 leading us to green. Nope, it's only 1 lap. But as before mentioned, the 22 is going to be leading us, the field, to the green flag here tonight. 17 drivers looking to get a win here. A lot of red trucks I see, especially on the inside line. There's like 3 right there. As they come through turns number 3 into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. We are racing at Phoenix. Oh, already trouble on the start of the race. A bunch of drivers involved. Bobby Wetzel started it in the number 9. Huge damage to that Superflow number 9 car. It looks like he just got loose in the center. Maybe a little bit of contact. Yes, contact with the 13 there. Collected the 6, the 09, the 26. Maybe a few more afterwards there. Who's that? Was that the 36 of Rich Jett? Yes. And it looks like the 09 was involved in a lot of it there. Let's see if we can get a onboard there. Spencer went for a bit of a ride there. Almost went up and over. Yikes. Not a good start for most of these drivers involved in that incident. Everyone coming down pit road. Gallagher's going to keep the race lead. Coleman's going to start second. Restart second, that is. Seems 11th on back, pitted. Steve Herring's the last car. Oh no, 10th on back, pitted, sorry. You have a lot of damage to fix on most of those cars. 95 laps, and we wrecked on lap 1. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break while we're under caution. We'll be right back. We are wasting no time getting back going here. Field coming out of turn 1 and 2. Jeez. So used to that being 3 and 4. I don't know why. It's been years since they reconfigured it. It feels like yesterday that it was still 3 and 4 there. But here we go, getting ready for the restart again here. Everyone is ready. It's now 11 cars in the chase for this one. Hamish, Gallagher are going to lead the field back to green. Geico restart zone is in use. I think these things are really cool on iRacing. Green flag is back out. Good start for the 22. He's going to jump away from the field. Spreading out through the dog leg there. There goes everyone. Hamish is going to come around down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. He's going to lead the first green flag lap of the night. Battle back here for 4th. And it looks like Bentley's going to take it but not able to clear. The 13's going to try to send it in a little bit there. Going to keep him down on the bottom. And Gary's going to get a good run here out of 2. And he'll clear for 4th. As Higman now looking for an opportunity. Whoa. That guy was super close there. That could have ended terribly for those 3 trucks right there. And I was going back further around. Everyone's already single file. Hamish is trying to pull away. But Derek Myers keeping him in touch. Making sure that 22 makes a mistake and that Myers is going to be able to pounce on it. When he does, if he does. Coleman driving the 38. He doesn't care if he wins tonight. He just wants to finish the race in a good position here. No Tyler Dalton. He's trying to lock up the championship. Sexton still running 4th. With Glasser, Higman, Brian Beach, Chris Sawyer, and then Dairyman rounding out the top 10 basically. Higman trying to work his way inside the top 5, just not able to find some speed in that 60 Winn-Dixie Ford. It's all about who's going to save enough tire. I mean, these two are bumper to bumper basically down the front stretch. Back stretch, sorry, and into 3. Myers running just a little bit higher. He's going to run all the way up to the wall. almost a little close to the wall there, it seemed. Myers definitely got a much better run there than the 22 truck did. There's someone pitting there on the bottom. That's Rich Jet. He's coming back in. He's currently 12th. A handful of laps down. I think he'll be like 3 big. We'll go by the 92. Wow, that could have ended terribly for the 60 and the 92 there. Manley looks like he might be closing in on the 13. He is looking for that 4th position. All battle for the lead still in play here. Hamish has led the opening 10 laps here. He's hoping to lead them all. That would be ideal. Bentley ran a 10th quicker than the 13 that last lap. Can he hold on to this position in 5th? Or will he be able to get up to 4th? And Higman has a lot of company behind him. That 92 looking really fast right now. He is looking for 6th from the 60 machine. Now keep in mind, this track is not like Talladega or Daytona where you have to stay above the yellow line. You can pass under there. There's no rule that saying you can't. And sometimes it's even encouraged to pass below there. Makes for some interesting moves, to say the least. As Beach is just trying to get to the inside, but he just can't make it stick. He's going to try the top, try to get some momentum here on the outside. Maybe get a run here down the front stretch, and he does. He's going to slide to the inside. He's very wobbly there. We'll throw it into turn 3, stick it on the bottom, trying to clear, not able to. Not quite in the position. Higman still has it. And Higman's going to clear him almost. Now he will. Oh, the 25 of Chris Sawyer's in the outside wall. He won a race just 2 weeks ago at iRacing Super Speedway. And now that Lowe's Chevrolet is looking a little beat up on the right side. Bentley Glasser has caught up to the back end of the 13. It's been like this for a few laps now. We're on lap 16. These drivers are not giving up yet. As Hamish Gallagher has lost the race lead big time, and Myers is now going to take the race lead. Let's see what happened to the 22. He was leading at the start of the lap, but not at the end of it. Looks like there might have been some contact up here. Let's see. Oh, both truckers into the outside wall. The 23 and the 22. And that allowed Chad Coleman to get to the inside of Hamish and take second away. But those two are still fighting for the position here on lap 18. And we know Hamish, he has a fast Toyota Tundra on him. But Derek Myers, he's led the past 2 laps and he is not pulled away. He still has a lot of company. Big run for Coleman into 3. He's just trying to shake him off as best as he can right now. Beach is now no longer all over the back bumper of Higman. Seems like those two have left each other alone now. These two are still fighting for 4th. Haven't made a whole lot of progress, and they've actually caught up to the back. The 22 almost. Hamish is still trying to get the race lead here. Or not the race lead, he's trying to move back up to 2nd. Not a lot of action going on. These 4 right here in this little cell are all battling for position. Probably gonna get good here. That 13 is looking good. He's definitely caught up towards the long run here. On board Gary Sexton. Derek Myers has pulled away by almost a second now on lap 20. Lap 21, sorry. 20 laps completed, though. Hamish has led the most so far. But Coleman and Hamish both have some company coming, as you can see. Sexton and Glasser are not that far behind. Only had like half a second or so. But right now it's Derek Myers controlling the field with over a second lead. Chris Sawyer going to get around the 92 now on lap 22. These drivers all just trying to survive right now. 7th and 8th currently. Myers has a really good car now. He's running a 10th and a half faster than the field behind him. Coleman, Gallagher, Sexton, Glasser, your top 5 as they run here on lap 24. And these two are still battling for it. They are bumper to bumper through 1 and 2, practically. They're only about a 10th away from each other. Big run for the 18 now. He's going to take the position. This 13 is slowed on the racetrack. And now Sexton relegated to 5th. Bentley up to 4th. Can he pull in Hamish Gallagher, who has really slowed down these past few laps? But someone who hasn't? Chad Coleman. As a matter of fact, he's kept the pace where he was about 5 or 6 laps ago. But Derek Myers has not. He's lost a 10th per lap now to Coleman. So, in about, we'll say, 15, 20 laps, Coleman will probably be right on the back bumper of Derek Myers again. And then Bentley is faster than the top 3 right now. So, I mean, if he's patient enough, he can definitely reel in every single trucker in front of him. Make the pass for the lead potentially here soon. Green flag pit stops will probably most likely definitely be a factor here tonight. I don't see us having another caution anytime soon. Field has spread out. Coleman still trying to reel in. Current leader Derek Myers has led 12 laps. Hamish has led the other 15. And now Bentley is slower than everyone else in front of him. Just lost a bit of his mojo. And that Gatorade number 18 Chevy. The gap is now 0.6 of a second and continuing to close in. Myers is going to have some company here soon, folks. We all know it. Alright, and on the back bumper of Derek Myers, current race leader. Looking to be the 11th or 10th different winner this season. So far it's looking pretty good for him. Gap hasn't really opened up. They're starting to run pretty identical lap times. We are getting ready for probably pit stops are probably going to be around halfway or so, I would think. I'm not quite sure how many pit stops these drivers have, or how much fuel they have. I don't know. I said pit stops, but yeah, I don't know how much fuel these guys have. I don't know how many laps they can run on a full tank. So, I mean, we'll see. We have 2 green white checkered attempts. Each driver has 3 sets of tires. This race is going to come down to the last 10 laps for sure, like it always does. And now Myers is starting to pull back away from Coleman. Gap is opening up to just under a second between the 2 cars. And as expected, Glasser has reeled in Hamish Gallagher. They're soon going to be fighting for 3rd within the next 10 laps here. Battle is going to be on for the 18 and the 22. As every driver trying to get as many points as he can to maybe gain a few more spots in the final standings, with one more race left next week at Daytona. And the championship all but in reach of Chad Coleman right now. He's been close a lot in other divisions that have seen him racing. It looks like this time he might be able to do it. We just had a random join the Discord channel. That was weird. But we have just about 60 laps left here. Actually, I want to say it's exactly 60 laps left here at Phoenix. The gap between these two has closed in a little bit. They're running pretty identical lap times. Hamish is running just a little bit slower than Bentley right now. The gap between the leaders is staying relevant to 9/10 of a second. And when I say that, looks like someone may have made a mistake. Went down to 7, almost 6/10 there for a minute, but went right back up, and pretty drastically too. So let's go on board number 18. Hamish in the wall again there. That's not good for him. Sounds like Bentley is downshifting. I've never seen that at Phoenix. I've seen that at other tracks like Pocono, but I've never seen downshifting at Phoenix before. This is like, wow, okay. And he is very smooth with it too. If I go quiet, you should be able to hear it pretty well. I want to know if the other drivers are doing it too. Derek Myers downshifting. Yes, he is. Usually when I run at Phoenix, I just keep it in 4th gear the whole time. I really need to figure out a better way to get these overlays on the screen. The only way I can get it to work is with the display capture, so I'll see if I can figure something out. But these two have been fighting for the past 10 laps or so. Gap is now over a second between the leaders. Chris Sawyer 7th. John Hickman Jr. maybe trying to reel in Gary Sexton. Doesn't look like he'll be able to, though. And I take that back. Here comes Gary Sexton down pit road. Could this be the start of green flag pit stops? We'll have to see. Hickman going to go ahead and stay out. But when will Myers pit? That's the big buck question. If you want to, if you will. Looks like it's only Gary for now. I know pit stops are definitely going to be coming. We just don't know when. He's going to stop in his box. Looks like it's going to be 4 tires and some fuel to be able to make it to the end of the race. 4 tires for the 13. He's going to go a lap down, which is normal for Phoenix. It's a shorter track. Not really shorter, but it's a mile in length. So we're coming up on halfway. Halfway for this race would be what? It's not 45. It's like 46.5 or something like that. Some weird decimal number. Myers has led the past 30 laps pretty much. These have been the highlight of the night so far. I've been battling quite a while. It looks like Hamish's night at the start, but just hasn't had the same speed he had at the start. Ever since he got up in the wall, it looks like that 22 has majorly lost a lot of speed. As Chris Sawyer now coming down pit road in his number 25. Low Chevrolet. Oh, Gary Sexton is spinning right at the start-finish line. Looks like it started way at the start. He did not hit the wall. That's one way to heat up your fresh tires. But it looks like he kept it going. No caution for that. It is still green. And Higman coming down pit road as well. 3 drivers now have come down pit road. Some have been out a few laps now. Sexton pitted, what, 3 laps ago? Yeah. We just gotta wait to see what everyone else does. Sawyer's gonna go 2 laps down. Wonder if he had trouble on pit road. He's running 8th. There's 1 lap car between Coleman and Myers right now. Sexton moves up to 6th. Steve Herring is the last car to not pit. That's on the lead lap as well. Top 5 have not pitted. That's easier to say. But I don't think these two are going to be pitting anytime soon. They're in the midst of a pretty hard battle. And Derek Myers coming down pit road. No one else is going to follow him. Steve is very far behind. I didn't think he was that far back. Well, let's see if Derek Myers can stay on the lead lap potentially here. He pits on lap 49. Looks like Coleman's going to stay out again. Along with Hamish, Bentley, Derek in pit road already. Steve Herring still out as well. Myers is going to go a lap down as expected. That usually happens when you pit here. As stated before, so now top 4 still need to make a little visit to pit road here. Who's going to come in first? Is it going to be Coleman, Hamish, Bentley, or Steve? I'm going to say it's Steve who comes in next. That's my guess. Well, a lot of action back here. 3 wide it looked for a second. as the 25 of Chris Sawyer on fresh tires trying to get around the slower lead lap cars. Coleman's still not coming in now. Those two aren't coming in. Steve is still just too far behind to see if he will come in or not. So we'll just have to wait a second or two. Here comes Bentley Glasser down pit road. Now the top three have to pit. Steve is still staying out, so yep, top three. Still need to make a little visit to pit road here. Between Hamish Gallagher and Chad Coleman. Not going to pit on lap 54. But they could pit on lap 55. And Derek Myers is going to move up to 4th. He has the best long run car. Been out on track for 5 laps or so. 4. And here comes Coleman. Here comes Hamish. I'm going to guess Steve is also going to come in this time around as well. So Derek should be able to take the race lead. But it might be close here. We'll see. Yep, here comes Steve Herring down pit road. He's going to pit from the 3rd position. And Coleman and Hamish are just now getting to their pit boxes. Meanwhile, Derek Myers, he's coming around. He's going to take the race lead by a huge margin. Like, look at the amount of time he gained on those two. Nearly 8 seconds of time gained. 6 to be exact. That's the end of pit cycles here, as these two are battling for 4th, it looks like. Yes. Chad Coleman got a penalty. He is going to have to come back down pit road. Oh no, that is not good for Coleman. That's going to leave it down to Hamish, Bentley, and Derek. And we are coming up on just 35 laps to go within the next few laps here. We're going to go ahead, take our halfway break now. Pit stops are over. Let's see what the rest of this race has to offer for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have just 35 laps to go here in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. The second to last race of the season. And this is going to come down to what could be a great showing. Little connection issues for Derek Myers. If that keeps up, it may hinder him later on. Oh, this isn't good. This could be Bentley Glasser's chance to capitalize here. Derek Myers keeps having connection issues. That is definitely going to shake it up. Seems to only happen periodically here. Uh-oh. Not good for Derek right now. And then Bentley has a 4.3 second lead over Hamish, now 4.2. I think Derek Myers is a speed demon. Apparently his last lap was a 0.6 second lap time. That is insane. It's about how long it takes me to load into iRacing sessions. That's a joke. That gap is really coming down fast, and as I say, it goes right back up again between second and third. Hamish isn't really dealing with any lap traffic yet. He has one truck up and ahead of him. Not close enough to really make an impact here. Myers has had the dominant truck in the number 23 Bain Energy Chevy. Could tonight be the night? Will we continue the streak of 10 different winners in 10 different races? I think we will. We're coming to just 30 laps to go now. We're coming down to the end of this race. We might see another pit stop here. We may not. I don't think we will. 30 to go here for Derek Myers to score his first win of the season. Chad Coleman is currently running all the way back in 8th. He is the last car in the session right now. He is 2 laps down. What could have been is all he can think about right now. That penalty wouldn't have happened. He could have had a chance to become the first multi-time winner this season. However, I do want to say, Coleman probably has the points lead locked up in the championship as well. So Coleman might be able to celebrate a week early here. But next week we have Daytona for the season finale. 65 laps of competitive super speedway racing. The gap is closing, but is it going to be fast enough to where Bentley or Hamish are going to be in contention to maybe win the race here and steal it from Derek Myers here tonight? That's the question everybody is going to be asking, and we'll have to wait and find out. Bentley has had a very competitive race. He's ran inside the top 5 all night long. He's looking for a good points day. I don't think he has raced here. Let's see. Nope. He is making his first start here in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. And I'd say it's going pretty good for him right now. Got a lot of events happen tonight. Derek Myers has led the past 48 laps. Bentley in 3rd. Hamish 3rd has led the opening 15. Gary Sexton 4th. Chad Coleman had that speeding penalty, I'm assuming, just a few laps ago during green flag pit stops. Not at all the night that number 38 crew needed. But they'll still be able to finish the race. He led 7 laps earlier. Steve Herring is stuck a lap down along with Chris Sawyer. Just did not have a very good race here tonight. They're still sitting 6th though, so Got to keep that one in mind here. Coleman looking for his 8th top 10 of the season. I want to say his 7th consecutive as well. Wait, no. 2nd consecutive top 10. iRacing Super Speedway in Chicagoland were his only 2 non-top 10 finishes of the season so far. Closing in on just 20 laps to go here at Phoenix. I'm excited for what next season is going to bring. It's going to bring a lot more drivers and a lot more competition here. Hold on, let me rephrase that. I think we're definitely going to see another season where we only have a different winner every single week. Now, some people may think that is boring, but I think it's kind of cool. A lot of, I don't really know, parity. That's the word I'm looking for. Parity in this season. That's definitely a big headline for this series. That just goes to show you how competitive this series is. Where it's not just one driver going out and dominating. I mean, a lot of drivers would have a chance at the championship. They would just run all the races. Nothing against them, of course. They don't have to run every race if they don't want to. But I mean, there's so many drivers in here who are capable of running the full schedule. Derek Myers being one of them. I don't think he's ran every single race either. Myers. He ran 7 races. He has finished in the top 5 3 times. Finished top 10 4 times. He's led 85 laps. And he's had an average start of 6.29. And all of his laps led pretty much came in Las Vegas, where he led 52. He led 1 in Pocono, 29 at Atlanta. And he led 2 and 1 at Chicagoland and iRacing, respectively. And he's going to practically double that number here tonight. He's led 54 laps of green flag racing here tonight at Phoenix International Raceway. The gap is just about 3 seconds. I don't know. I don't think that Bentley is really going to have enough time to get to Derek Myers. I mean, you can see him in his windshield. He is not that far up. I mean, he is, but 2.9 seconds is the gap now. The gap between him and Hamish Gallagher has stayed about the same. Around 5.3, 5.2. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here within the last 17, 15 laps. I wonder if, I don't think we'll see any more pit stops for sure. Pit stops are out of the question now. And even if they aren't, Derek Myers definitely had some of the best pit strategy of the night. I mean, he was able to pull out to a outstanding lead after a pit cycle, so who am I to say that he didn't do good on pit road? So we're coming around now to 15. That's right, 15 laps to go already in this event here at Phoenix. How many times have we seen a late race caution here at VRN? A lot. I mean, the possibility of that is pretty low, in my opinion. So we only have 8 cars out on track right now, and they're all spread apart. So John Higman Jr. might go a lap down before the end of this thing here. I'll have to see what everyone has for everyone throughout the rest of this season. Even though there's only one more race after tonight. Then a whole new season is upon us within the next coming weeks. Derek Myers now led 60 laps, and that number is just going to keep growing and growing, but that gap is going to keep shrinking and shrinking between first and second. It's now down to just about 2.5 seconds between the leaders. And like I just said, that number is just going to keep shrinking and shrinking. There's nothing that anyone can do about it. Because, I mean, Glasser is on fresh tires. I mean, there's no doubt about that. We know he's on fresher tires than the 23. He pitted, I want to say, around 6 or so laps later than the 23. I know they pitted pretty close together, but like I said, not 100% sure on the exact number of when they pitted here. But coming up on 10 laps to go here at the line. Derek Myers with 10 laps to go, looking for his first ever win here in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. Is tonight the night he gets it? First win of the season. I don't know if it's his first career win. It might be. I mean, he has put on a clinic here at Phoenix. Derek Myers has one win in his career, and that was in his first ever race of the season, 2022, segment 1, back in February, where he started first, led every single lap, all 95 laps at Rockingham, and it seems every time he dominates a race, he gets the job done for the most part. And it looks like history is just going to repeat itself again here tonight. Coming to 7 laps to go, the gap has stayed around 2.2, 2.3 the last handful of laps. It hasn't really gone down much. But Hamish Gallagher has fallen back a ton from Bentley. The gap is over 6 seconds now. It was like 5.3, 5.2 for a while there. Not anymore. I mean, they're still super close together, just about in, like, poking distance, you could say. So, coming to just 5 laps to go now, Derek Myers looking to get win number 2, as we just mentioned. Lap traffic up ahead. Could that affect the race? There's Bobby Wetzel. He's currently just riding around, logging laps, trying to get some more points if possible. And then we got John Hickman Jr. and Gary Sexton in front of them. Derek Myers is not that far back. With 5 laps to go, he may be able to get there. To the back of those lap cars. Had one caution here tonight, folks. A near flip at the beginning on lap 1. And after that, everyone was fine. We kept it going. Ever since, green flag pit stops came and went. Chad Coleman got a black flag on pit cycles. I'm assuming it is for speeding in the pits, but I am not sure what exactly the penalty was for. Therefore, I cannot really tell you what it was. But coming around, just 2 laps to go at the line here. Could this be the night? Derek Myers gets it done. So far, the stars have aligned for the most part. 2 laps to go for Derek Myers. Hamish Gallagher running third. And Glasser is running second. Just under 2 seconds back. He's going to have to put the Jets on if he wants to catch up to Derek here. And by Jets, I mean he's going to need rocket fuel or something. Just anything. White flag is in the air for Derek Myers, trying to score his second win in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series here. His last win came at Rockingham just 4 months ago, and now Derek Myers into turn number 3. He is going to score his second win here at Phoenix in dominating fashion, leading 73 of the 95 laps ran. Bentley Glasser going to come home in second in his first career start, with Hamish Gallagher having a strong third place run. Gary Sexton and John Higman Jr. round out your top 5. A well-deserved victory for the 23 and everyone who helped work on that truck throughout the week. They're going to have a lot of momentum going into the season finale at Daytona next weekend. Someone make sure that he puts it in victory lane. I think he's going to rip the tires off this thing. Oh, man. Please tell me he takes it to victory lane and doesn't just leave it there. Oh, no, he didn't take it to victory lane. Okay. Oh, man. What a race, though. Let's take a look at the finishing results here. Brought to you by Whoops and iRacing, and obviously the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. Derek Myers, Bentley Glasser, Hamish Gallagher, Gary Sexton, John Higman Jr., Chris Sawyer, Steve Herring, Chad Coleman, Rich Jett, and Brian Beach round out your top 10 here tonight. And I'm nearly positive that the driver, the 38, has officially locked up the championship after tonight. Shea Dairyman finishing just outside of the top 10 in 11th. Bobby Wetzel, who was still logging laps towards the end of the race, comes home 12th. Jerry West is the last car to finish the race in 13th. All the other drivers below him did not start tonight's event. And that is everyone. And now it's time for post-race interviews. There's Derek in the waiting room now. Hey Derek, this is Sean up in the booth with VRN. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy, Sean.
Well, Derek, tonight you're going to be celebrating your second win of the Midnight Thunder Truck Series, and you did it in dominating fashion once again. How'd you get it done here tonight?
I don't know. I just let the track come to me. I was a little slower in qualifying than I would like, even though I started second. But there's something I found in the race. If shifting came into play with several of us up there at the front, and you just had to shift right. And because if you didn't, then you get real loose. But you just had to get in a rhythm there, and I really started clicking off some laps. Then the hardest decision was when to pit, and I decided to pit at lap 50, just over halfway, and I had just enough tires to hold off Bentley Glazier there.
Well, I at least think that it was a good time to pit there, because I mean you had a nearly 8-second lead out of the pits, but it definitely came down to the wire there. Gap was under 2 seconds. So I mean, do you think it was a good time to pit? Do you think you would have waited just a few more laps? It would have been better.
Yeah, it got a little closer there than I would like. I was looking at the lap times. We started even off there with about 10 to 15 to go, and I started to back down my pace a little bit, like 95% as opposed to 100. But Yeah, I probably could have pitted a few laps later. We only had like 6 more laps in the tank when I decided to pit. So the max I could have gone, 6 to 7 laps there. I had one of my teammates talking to me. He thought lap 50 was a good number, and so did I. And that's when I decided to pit, even though I saw a few people spin out on the track right before that lap 50. So I didn't know if caution was going to come out or not, but I decided to get on pit road because once you get your pit stop done, I wasn't going to come back in, not with just 3 laps on my tires if a caution came out. But yeah,
Well, what would have been like if a late race caution did come out after pit cycles with about like 20 to go? Would you come in then?
yes, I would be coming in then. The right sides were wearing way more than the left. A lot of the field got wrecked out there and had issues. Yeah, I would have came in and got some tires for sure, at least 2 tires.
All right, Derek. Well, you had a good run here. You led 73 laps. Is there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone here?
I'd like to say thank you to everyone at Sim500 for everything they do. This is a fun league to be a part of, and there's a lot of really good race car drivers out there, and it makes me better each time I get to race against them. I'd also like to thank my Smoke Show racing teammates, and I'd like to thank you, Sean, for putting on this broadcast tonight.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your week. Don't party too hard. And hopefully you get back to back wins next week at Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona is going to be a wild one. I hope everyone tunes in for that one. There's a good chance to be collected in a wreck, but I would love nothing more than to go 2 in a row here and end the season.
All right, Derek. A lot of momentum for you going into the season finale. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Sean. Have a good night.
You too. All right. Well, that's all of the drivers in the waiting room. So thank you all for tuning into tonight's broadcast. Pretty good race overall. I had a lot of fun watching this one. Congratulations to Derek Myers on his second win in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. We'll see you guys tomorrow night with the league clash at Michigan. 100 laps. That should be a fun race to watch. 2 stages.